Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Frank's Handyman. Today we're going to be looking at us working here on this kitchen. We're going to be taking all this tile out and then putting some new one. If you've seen the previous episode, we've worked on this house as well, doing a wall and doing some framing. But today we're also going to finish up doing, like I mentioned, all of this tile here. We're going to start by taking everything apart here. And then we're going to, start getting ready to put all the new tile on here. And just for example, this is the tile that we're going to be putting here. This is the machine that we're going to be using. We have to put water here, and we have to put water on the machine. That way the blade, it doesn't go to waste too fast. This is also the Backsplash mixture that we have to use as well to put on the wall before we put all of the tile. We just have to mix it up prior to us putting it onto the wall. That way it's a lot better and it has a better consistency. And while one focuses on doing the cuts for the tile, the other one's going to be putting them on and doing the measurements. You're going to look at how they do the technique on doing the measurements here as well. And then you're going to see a time lapse of them just working on this whole project here. Right now he's going to be putting up a lot of this backsplash where he's going to be working on this section. The most difficult part here is, as you see here, is working around those outlets here where you have to connect for your charges, etc. So that's really going to be the most difficult part to work with. And then you're going to see the time lapse of this whole section here. Is pretty cool how it moves forward, but it's going to slow down just so you guys are able to see when he's doing those cuts around there. That way, like I mentioned, it's the most difficult part to really do when doing these type of projects. So enjoy the video. It's pretty cool to see the whole project at the end. And so right now he's also going to be putting a lot of the spacers here right now on this specific tile. You don't have to put in between all of them just because it's a whole one piece. On the other type of tiles that are just a single piece, you do have to put it in between all of them. But like I mentioned, since this one comes in one big piece, some of them already come a little bit separated, and they have like this kind of netting behind it where it kind of holds them. But just to ensure with some of them, if they do get too close to each other, he's gonna just put those so they have a little small gap. And like I said, it's gonna be pretty cool to see. Right here with the level, he's going to be drawing that straight line where it's going to be the cutoff of where all the tiles going to go up to. You want to use a level because it ensures you that it's all the lines going to be straight. So be sure to use a level if you are going to do a project like this. And then he's just going to move on forward, just putting again a lot of the tile here and then putting the spacers. Right now, he's just gonna check, you know, if the outlets are the outlet cover is gonna fit in well. And once he realizes, you know, that it will, there's really not much adjustments that you have to do when it comes down to the outlets. You just have to pretty much screw them back on. But he's just gonna move on forward as well with the whole top area. As you see here, it's practically almost 70% done. At the end, you're gonna see towards the top, there's gonna be a little bit different cuts, because you see those little spaces there. So those are a little bit of a different cut there, and you'll see them in a little bit. And then that way, like I said, those are also a different type of cut you're gonna have to make. If you notice, the majority of the other ones, it was pretty straightforward when putting them on, just because that whole section of the wall was pretty clear and there was really nothing on the way where you had to make a specific cut. But now that we're getting towards the top part area, you'll see the different type of cuts that he's gonna have to make as well on the sides. You have to just make sure to cut them just straight, that way they're able to be flush to the side of the wall. But now here we're getting to the top part, and that's, like I mentioned, these cuts are a little bit different. He just has to make sure that they're all leveled, and as well they're just all straight. So he's just gonna be cutting off these little triangular pieces here, and then just with the blade, and then he's just gonna be putting on there. If they're a little bit too big, then he's just gonna, you know, right now he's gonna draw up the line on where they're supposed to be, as you see here. And then they're just gonna do a straight line and then cut them a little bit. That way they're able to adjust to that section right there. And while our other colleague is cutting the pieces, as you see right now, he's also going to be, with the level, just drawing out this line here where you're going to be putting the rest of the tile. Like I said, you always want to make sure to use the level and make sure that it's straight. This is going to give you a consistent, you know, all the way across line, and you're going to have straightforward tiles practically. So that's the goal, to always make sure that they are straight as possible. As you guys can see here now, the majority of the wall here is almost done. He just has to make those little small pieces there, and it's going to be done on this section. If you see on the left side corner there, he's also going to be putting some backsplash, and then also be putting the tiles there right there at the same height as this one. He just has to make sure on this wall here that it's leveled, and once it's leveled, you know, we just make sure that it's all straight, and then we move on to the next corner. But as you can see, there's just little pieces here that we just have to put on, and then this whole section here is going to be done. Now he's going to be moving on here to this other side as well, because like I mentioned, we're going to be doing this with the same level. He's going to be drawing out that line again, and he's just going to draw the whole triangle there, and then he's going to put the backsplash, and then you're going to see us just finishing up putting on the rest of this whole section here. And tomorrow we're going to have a whole new project, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be working probably here in this property again, doing some different projects. We're doing a lot of remodeling for them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I hope you guys have a great day.